Hello, hello, hello. Just wait a couple of minutes. Hi, Sue. Rachel hasn't arrived yet. She will be here soon, I hope. I wasn't quite sure what to do today, so I thought I'd do this tray. It's been sitting downstairs waiting to be played with, so I'm just filling the holes with some pent art structure paste. Hi, Fiona. Hello. What do we have? Log into Facebook. I can see. So I'm talking quietly because hubby's, yeah, he's sleeping. And it must be on Rachel's. There somewhere. Where are you? Nope. I'll find you. Nope. Okay, I give up. Too many platforms. Yeah, there's lots of potential indeed. The Facebook user, I'm not sure who you are. I did just try all the Facebook pages, but I couldn't find you. So I thought I would use Andy Skinner's boiler room. Yeah. Lots of dark and rust and yummy, grungy goodness. So we shall play that one. I'm just preparing the tray. So these trays that we've got are quite more for decorative purposes. Hi, Karen. So I'm just going to glue wood glue. If it still works. Come on, get out. Yes, here it comes. Let's look for a decent brush. Maybe not. I'll use a bamboo stick. So I'm going to do gently, not sure it's this side. This side is a bit loose. Just going to push some glue in there. There we go. A little clean up, so I'm not worried how it's going in. As long as it gets in there. Yeah, it depends sometimes which so some people prefer YouTube, some people prefer Facebook. For viewing I prefer or should I say for chatting I prefer YouTube. For I suppose all of it really. YouTube. Facebook goes funny on me sometimes. Okay, are we in? Right. I'm just going to tidy that on my finger. little bit in any of the gaps. And that should hold it. Let's see. Okay, you can pick them up. Hi, Claire. Yeah, I don't like replying on Facebook. You know, some people don't belong to all the groups either. So we've got Jim Jams, as I call it, Junkie Journals and Mixed Media. Yeah. And we have Mad Archers one. I've got my own one. We've got Rachel's Atelier, Rachel. So yeah, we're spread across the place. Okay, I'll let that side loose now. Okay. I should have done both sides. Oh, the sound of music. Seen that for years. Okay. I'm going to do both sides. Unfortunately. Just going to give it a bit more strength because, to be honest, these aren't really, they're more for decorative purposes. So if you wanted to use them for anything else, I do recommend I will recommend something in a minute. Hang on. That's it. Okay, it's not playing. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello.
Sorry, I couldn't get my sound to work. But I have now.
Good. We are.
Hello. Oh, how nice.
Are we good? This well?
It's nice to be here. And all the gang's in as well, aren't they?
They are. They certainly are.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Right, I suppose I should do something now, me and them. What shall we do?
He was a bit like me last minute again.
Yeah, I was, but it's Easter. Oops.
Oh yeah, happy Easter, everybody.
No, I brought up a piece of envelope I was going to use. Where did I put it? I put it here. Right, I'm going to do something with this because I know how to have a good time.
Right, my recommendation was these bigger ones. As you can see, it's not very secure. So I put a couple of buttons.
Oh, that's cunning.
Yeah, because they are a bit mainly for decoration.
Yeah. No, that's very cunning. All right. What am I going to do here? I'm going to cut some of this off. That's what I'm going to do.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Right.
Don't ask me what I'm making because I don't know yet.
I've been filling the old, so they're all done, I think.
It's a thing. It's a
Right.
thing, but I don't know what it is. Yeah. I'm just using a cardboard envelope at the moment. That I grabbed out of my recycling on my way upstairs because I thought, oh, I'll do something with that.
Absolutely.
You know how it is.
A little bit of recycling.
Yeah. If in doubt, have a shufty in your bins. Right. Hi, Fiona. Right. Like that. That's good. Now, I am going to have to cut. I do apologise. My phone just did a ping. I thought it was off.
No, I haven't switched mine off. Best way to do that too. Right,
Yeah, and it's pinging again. Right, let me get to it. And where is it? Where did I put it? It's over here. Let's turn the cheeky little thing off. I hope everybody's having a lovely Sunday. I went for a little stroll down to Tesco and bought myself some chocolate.
Oh.
I don't very often partake these days. But it's Easter, isn't it?
Yeah, I made banana cake last night, so I'm good for the sweet too.
Oh, I do love a good banana cake.
I'll bring some down.
Oh, Fiona, that sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. I bet it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right.
I'll put people's comments up, otherwise we're going to miss quite a bit. Right, okay. So we have Lulu in the house. Fiona going to a retreat.
She's doing a retreat. She's being a retreat. I imagine Fiona as a retreat. She's so
very
lovely.
calming, yes.
Right. How are we doing? We're doing good.
Who's got to be opposite, of course. She's watching while she decides what molds to cast.
Well, that works. Do you know, I might leave that little rippy bit. I might leave it. Right. Now, next thing I need to do is I need to do some scoring. I need to decide. So probably. So what I've done is I've chopped the edges off my envelope and I've chopped the top off my one side. I am making a journaly type thing. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Now I'm going to be using some Andy Skinner stuff, I think, to decorate it.
Oh, funny enough, that's what I'm using.
No way.
Yeah. I have the boiler room.
He is risen. It's Andy Skinner. Lovely.
I'm gonna take the dark off, I think.
Right, I need
Bit
to.
more on that side.
I'm sat waiting for Doggy to come home from the vet. So, oh, I hope he's all right, Karen, or her, he or she is okay. Right, so 12.
Oh, poor doggy. Hi, Maxine.
Hi, Maxine.
What a busy girly.
Right, I'm going to cut a little bit more off this, I think, because it's quite tall.
I'm not even going to bother. Do I or don't I? Yeah, give it a bit of protection. Do it, Leanne. Do it.
Do it, Leanne.
I was wondering whether to try the milk paint out than just on the plain wood.
Oh,
But then,
well, that'd be interesting. Teaching at Tando headquarters at the beginning of the week. Oh, wow. Oh, that'd be great fun, Fiona. That would be great fun. I'd love to come on one of your workshops. Right. And now I'm just working out. I'm just using my pencil to work out where I want to score things. So, I'm doing it. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, my husband's chopping wood outside. You can hear him.
You're all right. We can't.
Yeah,
Dog barking outside our house.
being very manly out there.
My neighbour's dog does like to bark. Of course, it's right outside the bedroom window. Just asleep.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. Oh.
So I put my marks in and I've given myself gussets as well. So if you remember when we did, hang on, I got this one over here. When we did this one, all those many moons, it feels like ages since I've been here. If you remember, we did gussets on the bits, so it just makes it work a bit easier. That was Olga's. Gosh, Olga is now on collection number 3. That was her third. That was her first collection I did that with. So, no cough. And let's cut this bit off here. Now this is also, if you like the look of what I'm doing, not old, that's awful, isn't it? Old, what's her name? Old Fifi.
Oh, Fifi.
I know, sorry, Fifi. Fifi McLeod does some really fabulous junk journal tutorials. If it's something that floats your boat, and I think blah 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 blah. Right, let's do some scoring. Oh, now I've got my address on here, which I don't want to get any hate mail, so I'm just going to rip it off. You did a terrible job on Sunday. Well, now my phone's going. Honestly, hang on a second, because this could. Hello, my darling. I'm live at the moment. All right. Okay. I love you. Bye bye. one of my daughters.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, well, I knew if I it's better to answer it, because otherwise then she'll start phoning the home phone, and then she'll start thinking I've fallen down a hole somewhere, and it's just easier just to
Absolutely.
answer, because I don't want to worry in that I've fallen down a hole somewhere. Oh, see now, my maths is no good here. Right, 3 1/4 plus 3 will be 6 1/4. Oh, Rachel, I can't believe you didn't know that.
Yeah, my maths is something to be desired.
Oh, it's just my head. I don't know where my head's at today. It's all over the place. Thinking of about 2 million things at once.
Off my head every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I have a mental shutdown, and it's like, right, what was I doing? Where did I go? Stop.
No. Right. So I've done 3-inch. They're 3-inch panels with 1/4 of an inch in between. So if anybody is interested in doing something like this, the whole piece of this envelope, what I've cut down from it is about 12 3/4 inches wide. And then I've obviously got the flap from the other side of the envelope here, but the whole dimension for it is 12.5 inches. So we have got those sort of dimensions, but you can do this sort of thing with any size of envelope or card or whatever you fancy. It really doesn't need to be anything spectacular. Right, now I'm going to cut some of this down because I don't need all of it, but I just thought it would be nice to have a couple of flaps. And this was inspired by our Fifi and her course that she's been running on making a junk journal. So let's have, what other flap do I want? I'm going to go for that one. This will all make sense very shortly, I hope. Okay, let's get rid of that. No. Then this will be in my main section. And I think I'm just going to go straight across here. You could have all 4 flaps on here if you really wanted to, but I'm just going to go for 2 today because, you know, rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm using Stamperia's primer. It is really good.
Ooh.
Very good coverage.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Leah.
Oh. Yes, Claire, it is nice as she worries about me. It is nice. Hi, Lou Withers. I'll try not to sing my song. Right. So I've got that. That's quite nice. I quite like that. I think I could have done a slightly wider spine now, looking at it, but that's too late because it's been cut. So there's nothing going to change there. But yeah, I like that. That is quite nice. Now I'm gonna just trim another little extra bit off these end pieces just so they fold in nicely. Like that. And like that. Just make sure, yes, that folds in nicely there. You can see from the top looking down. Yeah, I should have done this a 1/2 inch because I've got these 2/4 inches here. Do you know, it might not be too late to... I'm going to salvage it. That's what I'm going to do. So if I line this up, so that's my 1/4 there. No, there. So if I add an extra bit there and an extra bit there, well, that's added a whole huge bit there. Let's see how it goes. Let's see.
I'm glad you're doing that because I'm doing the most boring bit ever.
You're doing the most boring bit ever?
Yeah, the gessoing. Primer, or what do you want to call it?
No. Oh, how am I, my dear? I am very good, my dear. How are you, my dear? I'm being very, very naughty and eating chocolate, which I don't normally because I'm on a diet and I'm being very good and losing weight. That it's Easter. So, and at Easter you must eat chocolate. Take a little bit off.
What about must? But it's definitely a good idea.
No, you must, Leanne. You must. It's the law. And I am not above the law. Right, how are we doing? Right. Come along now. Right, there we go. So I now have a wider spine there, and I've got my little bits here, and everything is merry and bright. I've just looked here, where I cut it with a knife and the ruler. I'm not quite straight, but now it should fit in my trimmer, and I'll be able to just make sure I've got a nice straight edge to work with, because that is what we like.
Yes, absolutely necessary to prime. I wasn't going to actually because I was just going to use it for decorative purposes, and and because the paper is so dark, it maybe didn't need it. But I thought, what if I do use, you know, that element of what if? So I changed my mind.
What have you changed your mind about?
Whether I was going to use the primer on the bottom, I think I will, just to give it a bit more stability and neatness.
Fair enough. Right. So, yes, I am very happy with that. I think that's going to work very nicely. So it's not bad as a bit of old envelope that I grabbed out of recycling. That's gonna become something quite nice. I always laugh at Facebook. If I make a comment in French on someone's post, I then get adverts in French. Oh, mais oui. You're fan dabby do. Good. I'm glad to hear it with us. Glad.
Yes, you do have to be careful what you say on Facebook, otherwise you have all sorts of ads.
No. I like that.
I've had a few when I thought, oh, what do they think I am?
Wow. Wow. Only you know the answer to that.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's. So I've got that. I'm going to trim this with scissors because I might as well. I'm just taking the edge off, and I'm going to use paints and stuff. Paints and stuff. That'd be a good name for a shop, wouldn't it? Paints and stuff.
Thingamajig.
Yeah, a bit of this.
As a DIY store, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, no. But I think it'd be good.
It should be.
You know, a thingamajig, one that does this or does that. Or... Right.
Right. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. Actually, no. Right. Keep them there, Rachel. Keep them there. Don't cut them off just yet. Let's.
Yeah, they're dodgy to say the least. So. Fill all these gaps in. I don't like them.
Right. So I've got my piece of lovely Andy Skinner Decoupage Queen paper, which I'm going to...
Strange how we both use the same.
I can't believe it. Clearly Easter Sunday is Andy Skinner Day.
Absolutely.
I need something that I haven't got in front of me. Oh, let's get it. Oh. Whoops. Right. I'm back. So as you can see, this doesn't fit. This doesn't fit properly. But that's fine because we're going to blend it in with paint and effects and stuff. Oh, if I can get into this glue. I may have to go and run it under a hot tap. So, Leanne. I feel like we haven't played for ages.
I know. David with me last week.
It's been mad. Got it. Hi, David.
Talk of the devil and he'll appear.
Yeah, he does. Yes. Look at him, no messing around, straight in there. Didn't even have to say his name 3 times.
Hey, Michelle.
Let's use some of this craft glue. Preferably not wiping it on my face like I just have. And dear me. I'm going to just put a very thin layer of craft glue all over this thing to stick my Decoupage Queen Andy Skinner rice paper down. That was a really long title.
Yeah, so angel, not a devil. Yeah, you can yeah, we knows
What's
you
that?
best. David's trying to say he's an angel, not the devil.
Oh, he is an angel. He's an absolute angel. You're not buying that.
No.
Well, you know David better than I do. I only know his angelic nature.
The perceived nature.
Right. I just want to make sure that I've got a really good
We're
coating of
keeping an angelic way. That's the only way to put it.
adhesive because I want this to not have any little air pockets in it or anything like that.
Right. The reason I've sealed all the inside is if you wanted to put resin on after to give it a really good coat for hot teas and coffees, whatever, you know. It is good to seal all the holes. You don't have to use resin, but some people do.
You don't have to do anything, do you?
It gives you a really good protection.
I like that idea.
Or even the pouring glaze, you know, but if you've got little holes, it'll all just leak out.
Yeah. That's not so good.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, love that.
No holes.
Love that. Very nice. Just wipe my spatula. Clean my mess up as I go. Clean as you go, so you never have to go and clean. Oh, yes. So, oh, yeah, wiping the rim is quite an important thing to do. Or running things.
Oh, did I miss that? Okay. Right. Michelle, I've closed the shop. I'm concentrating on the online one because that's getting so busy now that I don't think I can spread my time over the two. But you know, you're welcome to come up. Yeah, we'll arrange and you can come up and have a look.
Is Michelle near you?
Yes.
Oh.
I keep forgetting. You know, so you so used to not having people local watching you, and then when they say something, it's like you don't register, and I realise now who it is. So Michelle has a couple of little craft groups.
Oh, lovely.
And, it's where all your generous donation went.
Oh, hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Rachel is we got the donation from.
Oh, I'm glad it was useful.
Yeah, so got two groups altogether, I think.
Oh, wow. Right. Oh, I got to try and decide. Want to do some stenciling, and I can't decide what I want to stencil. Let's
wait for this to dry.
Let's have a look. Oh, I do quite like that, actually.
Oh, Michelle, the last time she came up, she went back with a carload.
I'll be having another sort out at some point in the not too distant future, so I'll let you know.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah.
I think when things change, you know, if you haven't used something for like 3 or 4 years, what are you keeping it for?
Exactly.
Just in case. But just in case.
Well, for me, the space is more valuable than anything else. So,
Yeah.
you know, I need the space to be able to do things because it's really hard to be creative when your whole room is floor to ceiling.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's,
Yeah.
it's just impossible. Oh, I bet it was a task, Michelle. I bet it was. Oh, I'm glad it's been useful.
The whole living room was covered.
Oh no, I'm glad it was useful, and it's, you know, it's a nice thing for, you know, I know other people in my situation who are, you know, always looking out for charitable groups and things like that that they can give their products to.
Just can't use them all.
No, you can't use them all. Oh, I like this. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We like that. Right. Now I want to do the other side as well. Mm. Sorry. I'm a bit squeaky.
Oh, look, I missed a bit. Oh, well, not to worry. Is it going to bother me? Maybe. Hi, Joan.
Oh, lovely Joan. Oh, go. Let's get that off now.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, I do like that stencil.
Yeah, I think we're all a bit stencily.
This is the Andy Skinner.
Yes, I've got pretty much all of those in, I think.
Yes. It's
Hi,
just
Sarah.
works really well. Right, I just got to go and rinse my stencil. I won't be a second because the bathroom is like next door to me.
Kiddo. Rachel has turned an envelope into a junk journal. She's a magician. And me, I'm playing around with this. It is a tray. It will be a tray. I keep knocking the camera because it's too big. And we will get there. Oh, and there I go again. It's not quite dry. Again, not quite dry.
Oh, I'm feeling very sugarlicious. Very sugarlicious.
Oh, my God. It is very busy. It's, you know, I've got a week left in work now before I'm officially redundant.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll have time to do some classes, workshops. That's my intention. Whether I will.
Well, yes, you know, the intention is the most important bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've got some. Oh, I don't want that on there. Oh, I'm getting into a pickle, but it's okay. It's okay. Right. Oh, hi, Sarah. Yes, gotta love a bit of Andy Skinner. Right. Well, you haven't got to, but I do. I like his stuff, which is handy.
Well, we both decided to do something, and we never tell each other what we're doing anyway because we never know.
No, I have no clue. I had no clue what I was going to do. Right,
And we both done the same thing. So I'm using the boiler room.
I'm
A very
Ruby today.
rusty type. And you're using Ruby Tuesday?
Yes, I am. That is exactly what I'm using.
Oh, don't start me singing now, otherwise we'll be blocked again.
Well, we don't very often hear you sing, Leanne.
Because you do one.
I quite like that. I quite like it. It's cute.
I do a chorus and I'm done.
Yeah, but sometimes that's all you need. Fiona, if I point out 2 molds I need casted, can you see?
I got them
Oh,
in the shop, Michelle. They're in the shop. I've got smaller ones as well. They're quite good to start. I did a class in the shop a few weekends ago using the smaller ones. Got plenty of those spare.
the smaller one's nice for a cup of tea and a biscuit.
It is. Or a sandwich. It's quite big enough for a sandwich too.
Yeah, no, it's very nice.
Right. Taking a while to. I think I'm okay with the corners being mucky actually. So I think I might build up a little bit of
Oh, am I still wet?
texture.
I'm still wet. Oh, Rachel.
Absolutely. I'm quite happy to come down and do a class for them. We'll do it all encompassing if you wanted to. Right. Think, Leanne, what are you doing? Try and dry it a little bit more.
So there's my little gussets, there's my spine, and there's another little gusset. And yes, that's gonna be nice. Okay, so one of the things I want to do here is I'm going to make a little accordion wallet to put little bits and bobsies in. But I think actually prior to that, I want to paint this. So I'm all over the place today, aren't I? Yes, I'm going to paint this first. That's what I'm going to do.
Right, I think I've got the loose off.
I've got a wet bit there still as well. Right, let's just paint. Get some paint on the go. Oh, whoops. Just throw in a few things around. Oh, why would you do that? Why? Why, Leon? Why?
I don't know. Why?
Why? Hang on. Right.
Yes, I have, Joan. It is. I have a couple of pots left. That was quite popular. Oh wow!
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's a bit.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Right. I have to work quick on this one. We'll soon see.
Oh, yes. Bit of lava paste. Love a bit of lava paste. Right. Now this was on my lid, so I need to. This is just acrylic primer that I'm sticking on. And I'm just moistening it because it's incredibly thick. This is the Pentart one, and it is incredibly thick, and I don't need it that thick.
How thick this decoupage glue is.
That's unusual for decoupage glue.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. So I usually use the Cadence one.
Mm.
I can't find it.
Ah.
I do have some here. And I thought, change from Mod Podge as well. You know, that works as well. I don't like the stickiness from that, though.
Don't you see? I love Mod Podge. I love it. And I know it's really controversial because lots of people can't stand it. But I really like it.
I like it. I also got Mod Podge in. But it's... I don't know. This particular decoupage glue is probably because it's thick, because it's ultra matte.
Oh,
Yeah.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than having a shiny top when everything else is matte, you know?
True.
Everything else is that glossy. Yes, your acrylics are matte, Leanne. Right, yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, when your painting is all matte and then you've got a shiny surface.
I tell you what, we don't need words today, do we?
No, they've gone and left me. I don't know.
They're overrated. They're not needed.
No. And it's worse when I'm trying to concentrate. Then thingamajig, what's it, doobry, bing bang, you know.
Yeah,
those words come out a lot, man.
Doodah.
The doodah, thingamajig, what's it, doobry.
I'm a big fan of a doodah. That's it. Right, that'll do for now. Let me clean up the messy bit and get this dry. I miss.
Go.
Just point at all the things and we'll guess the words. Oh, Sue, that would be hysterical. I do that with my husband all the time. You know what I mean. Sounds like.
Begins with S and it doesn't. It begins with a T or something.
Oh, don't. It's terrible, isn't it? But, you know, he has learnt to decipher my absolute dribble, so he's doing all right.
Yeah, I do.
Where did I put my water spray? There, that's where I put my water spray. Just cleaning up.
Straight to the never mind. Not bothered about straight. Oh, as you can see, it's already dry and matte. Very nice.
That's a nice finish, Leanne. That is a nice finish. I like that.
Considering the decoupage paper was glossy to start with.
Absolutely. Hi, Dawn. Yes, Sue. Hands. I do. I feel like Lionel Blair and Una Stubbs.
Oh my gosh. That takes me back a bit.
What is a porter cabin? It's like a terrapin.
It's a portable cabin.
Yeah. One of them. One of them. There we go. Let's get this dry. Lovely.
Oh, we can go in there.
Right, that's dry enough. I'm also going to put, I've got some fabric here that will do the job. I'm just going to put some fabric on this main spine because it will just give it a little bit of extra strength. And I could cut one, but this will be fine. This is absolutely good enough to do the job. So I'm going to just stick that on now before I start adding my decoration and collage, etc. Let's get that.
Very matte.
Oh,
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Peggy.
a terrapin. No, we used to have terrapins. Used to be the name for porter cabins, or it's another name for porter cabin. We used to have terrapins when I was. I know they sound like turtles. I know. But they were called terrapins. I think it might be a brand name, maybe.
Oh, could be, yeah.
Right, there's a bit of extra forte glue. I'm just trying to. Oh, you little tinker.
We have a road here called the Euclid Road, and as a kid, I always thought it was ukulele, but it's Euclid after the big machines, that used to take the stuff away from the mines. And they called the road that because the Euclids use that road to dump.
Well, how interesting. I did not know that. I did not know that was what they were called. Let's get that.
Yeah, it's a heck of a walk, that Euclid Road. I didn't think twice when I was a kid doing that, mind. I don't think I could do it now.
That sounds like a country and western song. Euclid Road. We could all have a square dance to it.
Right. Oh, look what I got for texture.
Sing it. Oh, I don't know. I lost my heart on the Euclid Road.
Oh, there we are. Claire says they use terrapins at school.
Yes, see?
There you go. I'd never heard of them called that. So.
Claire, well done. Thank you. Because I do sometimes think maybe it's just me. Frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's have a look. What stencil are we gonna use now? Getting excited now. It's starting to come together. That's what I want. Right then, people. So that is dry. I'm going to put a little bit of collage on here. I'm going to use some of these some of these labels because I think that would be quite a nice little touch. So let me.
Oh, so Sue says they call them portables.
Yes, I think it's all the same. It's all the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So
It's like, do you have? Because I can't remember now, but I remember when I first moved to Bristol from. Where did I move to Bristol from? From Wells in Somerset, and I moved to Bristol, and I went to school, and we were told we had to have something called DAPS, and I did not know what a DAP was, but it's a plimsoll. A DAP is a
yeah.
plimsoll.
I'm not sure what they call them in the US. I don't think they call them sneakers because sneakers are slightly different. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know, but it's very confusing. Get your DAPs. Well, I would if I knew what you're talking about. Yes. Gee. Very
White or black daps.
yeah. Yeah. And we used to be running round in our pants and vests and our DAPs, having a whale of a time. Climbing up. Can you remember? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just really old, and there is a really good chance that is the case. But does anybody remember the wooden apparatus used to have in the halls that they'd pull out, and
Yeah.
the only safety thing was like a thin green bit of foam mat that they used to put here and there. It's just,
Down the bottom, yeah.
yeah,
If you was lucky.
we all survived mine, didn't they? Yes, I knew them as pumps or plimsolls, Judith. Yes.
Yeah, it's a Welsh thing, isn't it? Daps.
Daps. And Bristolian as well. I'm Bristolian. They call them daps there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, that's where I first heard it when I moved to Bristol. I moved to Bristol and they said, get your daps. And I said, oh, what's a dap? So I'm just taking some of these labels off this sheet and I'm just going around the edge of water. I'm not too precious about it because I'm going to be doing lots of paint and stenciled stuff as well. So, but it'll be nice to have just a little bit of these poking out. I think one more should do the job. Oh, 48, Michelle. So you remember yeah, it was, I'll tell you what, it's amazing, isn't it, how we survived? Absolutely amazing. I remember the climbing frames and you would fall, if you fell, you were on concrete. I mean, what's that all about? It is amazing that there's any of us around, really. Oh, I used to love building dens. I dread to think what this bit of waste ground actually was. In fact, it's probably best I don't think about what it was. But I always remember we used to go and build dens down there and it was like magical.
Oh, Peggy, they're the shoes. They're usually white or black, and they've got like a little elastic shape on the bridge. You know, use them for I don't know if you call them sneakers or not.
Well, children have them for PE, don't they?
Yeah.
Generally. Oh, see, now I've only just done this up and I can't undo it. Oh, Rachel. Come on.
Hi, Danny. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter.
Indeed.
You build like Converse, but way cheaper. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what am I mixing? I am mixing matte heavy body gel with some cadence stones, art stones, and I'm going to fill the corners. We may speak English, but not the same language.
Oh, there you go. Got that one open.
So what I want to do is just cover those corners in. I might need to use my fingers first. Just chase it around. Yeah, so I wanted to add a bit of texture to the corners because it's already rough from the filling, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to keep that anyway. I'm not too worried about it. I want to use a bit. I'm going to have to mix some more. So I'm going to round off the corners with it. If I'm not off-piste here. Brilliant. I mean, you wouldn't want to put too much in there because, you know, if you do use it as for your cups and things, you don't want, you know, cup to hit that and fall over. I'm just using a little bit just to it'll give it a bit more texture when it dries. Hey. The mug. Are they rice papers? Michelle's asking.
What's that? What's that? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're Andy Skinner's rice papers, and it's a selection of really nice labels, which are really easy just to sort of snip out and add to various projects. Oh, this craft glue is strong. Yeah, I can show you. I've obviously got that sheet I've been using. And there's this one, which I love. It's so bright and colourful and beautiful. And then there's that one, which is fab.
What am I showing a photograph of, Claire? I missed her. What did I say?
Yeah, there's 6. They come in 6. There's normally 6 of them. So I think in this one you get 2 of this one, and 2 of that one, and 2 of that one. And they last very well, and they're very, very good to use. Right. And now I'm going to start doing some painty stuff once I've dried this, actually.
Okay.
Right, let's have a little bit of foam. Lovely. Oh, we've tickled Claire.
Oh, daps.
Yeah. Right, now gonna start. This is Andy Skinner's chalk paint I'm starting with. Oh.
Yeah, good actually.
A bit on the mat.
Good idea.
Now this is the first layer, so I'm not getting too worried about it. It's just getting the first little
Can I
bit.
just take over for a second?
Yes, please.
So, now, window, pencil. There we are. Those are daps.
I thought you were going to do something really technical. I thought you were going to do something. Right now, this is a really important part of making tray. So let me explain this to you in full detail.
No, they are daps.
These are daps. That's insane. I love it. I love it. It was an important part of
Of
our
course it was.
conversation. And people
Important
need to
for
know these things. People need to know these things. Otherwise, they could be in the situation that I was in many, many years ago.
True.
Somebody could ask them to get their DATs and they won't know. They won't know. So it's like a public service.
Oh, they call it beach shoes or slip-ons.
Oh,
And Fiona's very posh. They call them plummies.
plummies. Oh. Right, let's have some more colour. Where am I going to go now?
Then again, we call all trainers daps.
Really?
Sneakers, yeah. It's not just the plimsolls.
Wow.
Well,
how do you know the difference, though?
Well, they don't do plimsolls anymore. It kind of evolved because, obviously, we don't call them sneakers, we call them trainers. And yeah, so they've always been daps all the way through.
Wow. Well, you learn something new every day.
There's a little after that. We had Converses after the plimsolls, and those now cost a fortune.
I've got mine on now. I've got, do you want to stay? Look, I'll show you. I love my Converse.
They're too narrow for me.
Oh, I love them. My daughter gets them for me. And they are my favoritist shoe.
I've noticed now that a lot of the girls are wearing monkey boots rather than Doc Martens, but a lot of monkey boots. And they're wearing them with boxes and all sorts,
Oh, I remember when they were in. Many, many moons ago.
Yeah. Right. Finish with them now. I'm going to be crunching little ceramic things.
Oh, they get everywhere, don't they? I end up eating the blooming things as well. Not on purpose, obviously.
I know.
But they just get everywhere.
That's made my teeth go on edge.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I don't recommend it. I do not recommend it. Right, that's good. We've done that colour.
In a barn with batter wrapped. I was confused.
I was child on holiday somewhere. No, since you ask for a dap in a barn with batter wrapped twice. Right, we unwrapped the parcel and we had a fish between two slices of potato covered in butter in a bread cake with chips and wow.
Never heard of it.
Wow. I have never no. But wow. Just wow. I mean, that's just so much. So much.
Yeah. Me too, Fiona. I was monkey boots of mine. I found with the Doc Martens, they were too big for my toes, so my toes my nail came off because my, when you're constantly walking.
Oh no.
With the monkey boots, they're more flatter, aren't they? So they hold your feet down, whereas my actual toes are like that anyway. So of course, when I walk, my toes keep going like that. So it took the nail off.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I know him as a bat, but I didn't know him as a barn, Michelle. No, didn't know. Learn something new every day.
You do. I do. I learn something new all the blooming time. I'm always amazed at the things that I don't know.
Oh my god. Order fish cakes. Indeed. Right, where are we? I need to dry this a bit.
Okay. Well, I'm
drying time.
I'm carrying on with my my Skinnerism, and using some of the nice stencils, just adding bitsies and bobsies galore. Da, 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 da. Now that is not a song. So Facebook, that is not a song. That was just me making something up.
Yeah, my friends were all male, so there's no way I could run around like they did with high heels or anything. It had to be something comfy. It was the Adidas or Adidas trainers. They came next. It's going to take a while to dry. I'm liking the idea. I don't know if I should have gone all the way around, but never mind. We'll just make it look.
Right.
Yes, Claire, we do.
What do we?
Still looking for a mould. We lose this stuff all the time.
Oh gosh, yes. The trick to finding it is to buy yourself another one.
That is true.
The minute you buy yourself another one, you'll find the one that you lost. It does obviously mean you have to have two of everything, at least. But it does work, I can assure you, because I've had it happen to me now several times that I lose something, give up and buy it anew, and Bob's your uncle.
I'm using those two, which go really well with this paper. I couldn't quite get the red, so I've used, I'm going to use the, I can't remember what colour this is, Bordeaux Crimson. From that matches perfectly. And I've got a spot of orange just to, if I need to break any of it down, and I've got some gold.
Gold!
Always believe it.
Leanne, what's new?
What's new? Oh, I have the new Minte papers? No.
Oh.
We have the new Minte papers come in? No, they came. So I've got the new Ciao Bella come in.
Oh.
I'm hoping that'll be next week.
That Reign of Doodad is lovely. It's really nice. Reign of
Grace.
That's it. That's it. I
Yeah,
knew that.
the Reign of Grace. And I prefer the indigo,
See.
but there's a newer one again.
Oh.
Right, so we've got the Magic Forest in.
Oh, now that is really beautiful.
Yeah, so we've got all the bits and bobs that go with that. The moulds and the chipboards and the papers.
It is beautiful.
The die cuts, the ephemera.
You've got all the bits.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all that was new with the metallic paint. So that's all that's come in this week. And then next week we have...
Oh, have a drink.
I lied. It is Minte papers.
Oh, Leon, what have I told you about lying? Oh, very nice. What collections? Oh, is it the thing that we looked at?
I can't remember. I have to go have a look.
We looked at that really special thing. And we said that we'd have a go at doing the thing.
No.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, because we said
Yeah.
we'll have a go at doing the thing. So
we
can
will
show everybody else the thing. And then they might like the thing. Because it's
I am with you now, and I agree.
It's a lovely thing.
Yeah, we have places to go. Places we go, sorry. Nana's Kitchen, Mediterranean Heaven, and Her Story.
Oh.
And then we have our secret thing. I can't wait to share with everybody.
Oh, I tell you, you're not going to believe it. It's a real special thing. A real special thing. Well, I'm going to go for another special again. Are you all right then, Ev?
No, I think I have to go and get a drink.
Yes, go and get a drink. I'm just going to carry on stenciling my little heart out here. So you can see I'm moving the stencils around and just applying layer upon layer, and it's creating a nice background. Well, in my opinion, a nice background. So, and I'm just going to keep going until I'm happy with it. I think I want one more colour in here, and I'll be good. And then this is the my favourite colour actually. It's quinacridone gold from the artist pigment paint from Andy Skinner, and it is a real it's just such an amazing colour. It is one of my absolute favourites. But yes, the thing that we're getting from Minte is really exciting. And I think that you're all going to be really pleased with it when you see it. Because it's proper lovely. Oh yes, I like how that's working. I haven't really got to worry about that too much. Let's get some more. It's all the excitement, keeping the thing secrets, trying to. Yeah, it is. It's a good secret though, Judith. It's. I'm really excited about it. It's a really nice thing. It's a really nice thing. La 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 la. Mm.
It is very exciting.
Leanne, I want to ask if you'll be ordering a certain brand. Go on, Claire, ask her. Ask her.
What could it be? Paints are its day.
Yes, that.
If people want it, I will buy it.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about it.
You're a bit like Kevin Costner, aren't you? What's that thing where you know, if you build it, they will come?
Who knows?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I've been trying hard to use my existing products, particularly paper, before buying any more, and what I have will outlive me if I don't. Pursue Page.
I think the yeah, I. Oh, of course, you messaged me, didn't you? And I didn't answer. Poop.
Oh,
I did that for Rachel
Leanne!
yesterday as well.
She does it to me all the time. All the time.
I read it and think I must answer them, and then I don't.
Well, you do, don't you? You answer in your head,
Of course.
but you forget to actually do it with your fingers.
I often think I've sent an email and I haven't too.
Oh, it happens. It happens. What are you going to do? I'm going to do a little bit more stencil. I'm still not quite where I want to be. Let's go for a little bit of this is primary blue. Oh, actually, no, cobalt teal hue. And again, this is the artist pigment paints, and they are artist pigment paints. No, Claire, she's just terrible at getting back to people.
I think I have. That's the trouble. I'm like, oh yeah, right. I'm doing something right now, but I've got to read it. So I read it and think, right, I'll get back to him as soon as I can, and then it goes out of my head.
Yeah, the thought's there, though.
Just nudge me again and say, oi. And I'm like, oh, yeah. No, definitely not. Right. What do I start with? I think I'm going to go with a little bit of black. A little bit of grey, just to...
Well, I'm intrigued now as to what Claire wants to... What brand it is.
Yeah.
Is it a good one?
Well, we saw the stuff. It's just that it's not going as well.
Oh,
So
that's cheeky, isn't it?
So I think, if people want it, I will bring it. But at the moment, there's no call for it.
Oh. Well, that's an anticlimax. I was getting all excited thinking we were going to get something new in.
Yeah. Nothing new.
Oh my god. Can you hear me?
There's so much I do want to bring in that's new that, you know, you've got to pace yourself.
Oh, Claire, I can't imagine you being a nag. No way. No way. Right, I'm liking this. I think I'm nearly done with that. That's quite nice and bright and breezy. Let me just add in little bits on here. Blending it in so it all looks like it was meant to be.
Absolutely.
That is quite nice, I think. Right, let's clean up a little bit. I have to, because otherwise I put my hand in things and then get upset that I've ruined things. Right. You notice? Let me get a little bit of antiquing gel, a little bit of umber. I'm just I'll do the front side first. So I'm just gonna bring it in on the edge.
It's still wet. I'm not going to go too far.
I can't have anything too hard. Well, Michelle, we can make it as easy or as difficult as it needs to be. And I've got to be honest, I mean, on a Sunday, we're just kind of, it's not really our best. I mean, I'm speaking for both of us, really. It's not really our best showcase on Sunday because we just sort of, there's no planning going on here. This is just, let's just whack it together and see what happens because it's casual Sunday, isn't it? But you know, I mean, if you wanted us to come and do something and plan something, and you know, when I teach a class and I plan, I do make sure that even somebody who's got no experience will be able to leave with something that they're happy with, because otherwise, there's no point, is there, Leanne?
No, and people go away disheartened if you know if they can't.
No, I would rather spend extra time with people and extra time on planning to make sure that everybody's happy. But this, you know, Sundays is just a bit of a faff around, really. So, but I do like a faff around. But no, neither of us plan what we're doing on a Sunday.
And it's definitely not always for beginners.
No. Well, it's not always for people, really, is it? Sometimes.
I have a couple of disasters now and again. Well, I have. You'll notice it's not posted. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
Hasn't quite turned out how I would like it, put it that way.
Yeah, but that's okay, isn't it? Because it's just the fun of doing and playing, and because both of us are quite busy and we don't generally get a lot of time to just mess about, do we?
No, definitely no time to play.
So it's a nice thing to do. Right, I am relatively happy with this. This is still a little bit too fresh for me because I like grunge. So I'm just adding a bit more grunge.
I think it's because you know, like I say, through the week
Oh yeah.
I'm working, so I don't get the time anymore to actually play and create. And it's such a healer and
Yeah,
relaxer, and you know,
it
I
is.
don't,
It is.
and I
Everybody,
miss creating.
yeah,
I really
everybody
do.
needs it in their life. You know, it's why we're able to do it, and you can go back thousands and thousands of years, and look at cave drawings and carvings, and even when early man was running around trying to hide from things that wanted to kill it and not able to live the excessive lives that we live these days, early man was still being creative. You know,
Yeah.
we need that in our lives. Right.
Yeah, it's like, you know, crafting with friends, just relaxing, chilling out, and see
Mm.
what turns up.
Oh wow, Michelle, you're really busy. You're really busy. Well, you need to find time for yourself in all of that as well. It's really important.
Yeah,
Right.
certainly is for my mental health, that's for sure.
Mm.
Oh, we're missing a bit of green. Yeah, a bit of green.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just kind of extending it out a bit.
Mm. Now I'm going
And
to use.
then a bit of green turns up. Who would have thunk it?
I'm going to use a bit of this cardboard.
I think this moss effect paste would be good.
Oh,
And
I
then,
love Moss Effect paste.
doesn't this one expand? I think it does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, but you have to do it when it's wet. Once it's fully dry, it's
It's
quite
dry.
hard. It's hard to get it to. It will a little bit when it's dry, but it's to get the most expansion out of it. You want to do it when it's wet. You'll get a different effect if you do it when it's dry.
My brush was a bit crispy. Oh,
Oh,
so what I've done is just pop that in the corner there.
I know that's not straight, but
Um,
it's saying it is. Oh well. Okay. And I want. No, I want more than half of it as well. Rachel, you are just making a mess. Right, let's go. So think I think 2.5. Yeah. So this is the same height as that little flat, and I'm cutting 2.5 inches. And we'll see. I mean, this might all go horrendously wrong because I am making it up as I go along. We'll go about there. So I've got 2 pieces now that are 2.5 inches.
looks like it's got a bit of dimension coming from it.
What's that, Flower?
A little bit of dimension from it. Didn't expand as I thought it was going to. Oh, yes,
Oh,
it has. Yeah, that's
and
because it's not dry yet.
take,
Hmm.
take one of these labels as well to cover. Yeah, I'll cover that with that. So just
It looks like moss.
yeah, I love it. It's such a good
There
effect.
we go.
It is the best effect. It's very satisfying. It's a bit of a lava paste is similar. It's got that sort of. It's very satisfying.
No, it's not quite coming up. Maybe I didn't put enough on. It's definitely come up a bit. Wasn't a wow.
Well, you don't want too much of a wow.
No, that's true.
Right, so I've got this little bit of rice paper now, which I'm going to put on here. That's going to be rather nice, I think. On my flap. Let's get some more glue. Oh, I'm excited. We're having Guy Ritchie night tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got a new film out on Prime. And we love a bit of Guy Ritchie. So we're having Guy Ritchie night. There we go. So sleep in place.
I need some more green. I need a different colour green.
And then I'm also going to take, this is a circle punch, and I'm only putting it halfway down because I just want a little, I think, what do they call them? Thumb thingies. There we go. So I've got that. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a corner punch. I've got all the punches going on today. I'm going to take a corner punch and I'm going to just do these corners. When I'm doing my punching, if you're not au fait with punching, when I'm doing my punching, I always hold my punches upside down because it means I can see where what I've put in the paper or the card or whatever, I can see where that is then. So I'm going to just leave that for now. I might add some paint around there, but I'm going to put my little concertina effect in there now. So I need my scoreboard. And let's do some scoring. What's the scores on the doors? I think I'm going to have to do, if I do quarter inches, let's have a look. Just seeing what a quarter inch will be like. I may change my mind. I just need to see if it will work. Let's have a look. That's got potential. But I actually think I need to take a quarter of an inch off that. So I'm going to cut, just going to cut that last quarter of an inch off. So I've got 2 inches there. and I've got 2 mountain folds and a valley, and that's going to work really nicely for my little concertina base. And so 1/4 of an inch. Have I done quarters or halves? Yes, it's quarters I've done. And so I'm going to take off that last 1/4 like I did on the other one, and then fold it up. There we go, and I've got 2 mountains and a valley. Because that's what we like. And then I think I'm going to need to just create, I'm just creating a little gusset here by folding that. That's going to be about 1/4 of an inch there that I've just folded at the bottom. And I'll put some paint on that in a minute to tidy it up. But the next thing I need to do is I need to take these little concertinas, and I'll grab my red liner tape actually, because that will probably, oh no, actually extra forte will probably do it. So I just want to take a little bit off the top of these. This one. Two. Let's get some extra forte on the job. So, come on. No, 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 no. Let's put that one there up to the edge. And again on here. Up to the edge. We're going up to the just before the score line for your gusset is where you want it. So we've now got our little concertina in place. Just giving that a minute because I really want to make sure that the adhesive sets nicely for it. Let's put this one, this one. And then just making sure that they're nice and straight. And holding that in place for a moment. And hopefully that's going to stay stuck. Just trim a little bit of fluff off there because it's getting on my nerves. It would have been easier just to pop the glue down, but there we go. So you can, hopefully you can see in there I've created like a little concertina mechanism so that I've got a nice bit of space in that pocket to put things in. And I think we'll make a little flap to flap over would be a good idea. Let's have a look. Everything is fitting nicely together. Lovely. Let's cut that bit off there. What's the time? What we got?
10 to 4.
Right, I might not do the flap. What I might do is I might do my binding, and I might do a little something on this side. What will I use for my signatures? I'm going to use, I've got some tea stain paper that I've tea stained myself. So what you want to do, if you want to tea stain your own paper, just get some really cheapest copier paper that you can get your hands on. And then I get a big roasting tray and I put in lots of tea bags, and you can do it with ordinary tea bags, or you can do it with I've done some with fruity tea bags. If I've got some, when I grab my paper I'm going to use now, I'll show you. You can use fruity tea bags and get some quite interesting effects as well. So I've got my big roasting tin and I fill it with my tea bags, and then I know it goes on, doesn't it? But you have to do it in big batches, otherwise there's no point. You've got to have the big batches. But yes, what was I saying? Yeah, but one thing that I do with my big vat of tea is I always put a couple of teaspoons of baking powder in there, and that helps. It helps neutralize the acidity in it, because obviously you don't want it to be too acidic. Sorry, I'm just eating a little chocolate egg because I can. You can do, Peggy. You can use used. I've got some really out of date tea bags that I keep in my cupboard for tea dyeing that I would never give to anybody else, because they're the cheapest tea bags I ever did see, and they're out of date by about 2 years, but they're great for doing tea dye.
Funny what you say about out of date. Yesterday, I really fancied some custard and fruit, and I've always got those custards. They're just powder in a packet, and you can just add hot water.
Yeah.
Because the other two don't like it very much.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go and have some, and when I looked at the date, it was out of date in 2015.
Oh,
that's a long thing.
Out of date, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, you don't want to be. No.
I think with packets, though, you're okay. It's it just loses its flavour. It's not. It's same as herbs and spices. They just lose their flavour.
Well, it just depends if it's best before or what's the other one? There's the two different ways.
Used by.
Yes, used by and best before. Because best before just means it won't be as nice as it would have been. Right, done that. Let's do something over this side now. Oh, should we put a little flap on there as well? No, Rachel.
Can't get over.
What's that?
2050.
I know, it's pretty bad. It's pretty out there. I think. Got my little pocket. Well, let's put the signature in while I'm trying to decide what to do with this. And I might be able to do, this might be wide enough to do a little crisscross. A little crisscross signature. That might be nice. That might be fancy. Should I do a little crisscross signature to be fancy?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. And then we'll decide what we're going to do with this after I've done that. Okay, right. I need more chocolate eggs. Right, we've got some paper. Oh, do you know what just fell on me?
I dread to think.
I just got attacked by an empty Ferrero Rocher box. Right. Oh, here we go. I don't know if you can see this, but these papers, these were tea dyed with blackcurrant tea bags, and they've got quite a nice sort of violety hue going on, which sounds like a terrible name to christen a child, doesn't it? Violety hue. Not that there's anything wrong with either of those names individually, but I just wouldn't use them together. Oh, I didn't show you. I've got an amazing apron. My lovely friend Dawn made me the bestest apron in the world. You can't really see it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of those crossy over back, reversible. It's a stunner. It's an absolute
Absolutely.
When I'm feeling like a human being, I'll take a photo and post it. Right, so let's make some signatures. And we'll do a crissy-crossy binding on it. Now, sensibly, you would probably want to do an elastic binding would be good, because then you can add and remove pages. But because I want to show off and show you how to do a crissy-crossy binding, I'm going to do it like this. So there we go. So I've got two signatures here, and I'm going to just cut them down a wee drum, because that's how I speak. Dear me. That's right. It's all very precise. So that's going to fit in there nicely now. So I feel, yeah, that's enough pages, Rachel. That's enough pages. Right, so let me get my bookbinding bitses without hopefully getting attacked by anything on the shelves. Right. So let's have a look. Where was my little dog gone? Oh, I got excited. Talking to little dogs. I got excited. Did you know? Did you know there is cat food that you can... Oh, Fiona is a stunner, and she is such a lovely woman. She is an amazing woman. She's so nice. And I've got myself a new apron and a new friend because she's lovely. But anyway, I digress, and I've completely forgotten what I was doing. Oh man. Right. I'm doing my binding. I've got two signatures. I've got Medufa Lele. Right, I need a foam pad because I'm going to make some holes. Right, now I'm going to just... Right. Make sure I can see what I'm doing. Right, so I'm going to do a crissy-crossy design on the binding, and if I've completely gone off at a tangent now, I do apologise, but I can't remember what I was actually meaning to be talking about. So you could do this properly. I mean, I'm just going to do this really roughly so you can see. But if you were doing it properly, what you'd do is you go, oh, let's do it properly. Oh, I hate myself for doing things properly. Right. let me get a piece of paper and show you. Right, so if we want to do this properly, what we need to do is we need a little piece of paper like so. And this is going to be our template. Okay. This is going to be our template. Right. Oh, that's nice. It's the exact right size. So now I just need, it needs to be the exact, I need it to be the exact width of this spine. Pretty much. Because I can't see what's going on. Right, so now I'm going to make my holes on the spine that I'm going to use to thread my signatures. Now, we could measure these and make them very precise, but I'm not going to. All right, I think I'll probably manage, I think probably 4 crosses would be nice. So if you see, I'm doing blocks of 4 holes, because when we bind, we'll crisscross that and it will be a cross on the spine, which is quite nice. And obviously, if you want to do it really, really, really nicely, you can take your time and measure it all up and make sure it's lovely. So there. Oh, we might do 5 actually. Oh, which is going to be, this is going to be interesting for you to watch, because there's a lot of fafferating with the thread. Now I could do more, but I'm just going to stick with those 4. So I'm going to have 4 crosses along my spine. And yes, I can see the holes. So everything is merry and bright. So this is my template. And before I forget, I'm just going to put a little mark here to indicate that that's the top, because I want to make sure that I'm putting all my holes in the right place, because I've done it roughly and I haven't measured it. If I, yeah, that's right. If I turn it round and do the top or the bottom instead, then things aren't going to line up, and that's going to be really, really, really distressing. So
we're getting there.
Oh, cat! Oh yes, cat food. Fiona, thank you. Oh, see, Fiona knows. Fiona knows. Yeah, I found out. This is what I got excited about. I'm just putting some lines next to my holes so that I can do this the easy way. Yeah, I found out, quickly tell you before I forget again. I found out that you can get cat food that stops people being allergic to their cats. I know, right? How mad is that?
Food that you can eat, or cat food.
Cat food. You feed your cats.
Right.
You feed your cats a specific cat food, and then you stop being allergic to them, if you were allergic to them to begin with.
Oh, wow.
I know, which I'm very excited about because my husband is allergic to cats and animals and things, and he hid it from me before we got married. It's because I love animals, and I'm sorely missing having animals in my life. But I found out about this cat food, and it's mad how it works. It is absolutely mad how it works. So very roughly, that is how you do your spine and your signature holes in order for this to all fit together nicely. So they're going to go on there like that. Yeah, but how it works is even madder. What it's got in it is it's got this egg yolk, and the egg yolk comes from chickens that have been exposed to cats. And for some reason, when chickens are exposed to cats, they create these anti allergy creating thingies, all the technical words, and Bob's your uncle.
Wow.
I know, it's insane, it's crazy, and I'm very excited. So I've got some wax thread I'm going to use. You can use any thread you like. You do not have to use fancy wax thread. I'm just going to make sure I've got enough. But saying that is, it's quite easy to get hold of if you do want to use it. Just making sure I've got enough there to do this binding. I haven't done binding for a little while. Let's get a good needle. And thread it up. There we go. Okay. And then we have to decide where we're going in. Now, let me think. Let's go in on the top here. So just try and stick to the holes that you've created, and then we'll go into that first hole here. Pull it through. Oh, how exciting is this? I do love a bit of binding. And then we're going to look on the other side. So to create our cross, we need to come across here. So I'm going to come across into that hole. And so now I'm going into the next signature. So, and I'm going to come down into the second hole on that next signature. So it's just keeping your eye on what's happening on the inside and the outside. There we go. So let's get that one through. And let's have a little look. Yeah. So there we go. We've got our first little diagonal of the cross there. Yeah, buy another one, Claire. You'll find it. I had a little look last night, and it's not. It's the price of a quality cat food. So it's not super cheap, but it's not like crazy expensive either. So I guess he's going to be getting a cat soon. My poor husband. Right, so there we go. So I've come out of that top hole in the second signature.
Oh, thank you.
So that's where we went in. We went into that first signature, and we came out there, and we've gone back in, and now I've come out the top there. So inside I've got this little stitch here, And outside, I'm going to have a nice cross, and I'm going into the other side now.
Been a good girl today and not watched you at all, Rachel.
Oh, well done. Well done. You are very good. So let me show you there. Look, you can see. So we've got our first cross on the spine. So if you wanted to be fancy, you could put beads on it or whatever. But you know, I'm ripping my pages. But good job. I don't mind a grungy look. Right, so then I've got to go out again. So I'm going out of the top hole. Yeah.
Left it on somebody else's go. Yeah. I'm just wondering if this gold will work.
And I'm going to go across in the diagonal like I did on the top one. Let me in, let me in. That's it. And the key to binding is just take your time. Take your time and you can do it.
It's translucent, so I shall wait, I think, and decide what colour. Meeny, miny, mouse.
And so now I'm going to come out. Just making sure I'm in the right place.
Fancy orange.
Well, if you fancy orange, have orange. Go on. Go on. Go crazy.
No.
Oh, yes. Well, it's been a while since I've had a divorce. No, I wouldn't do that to my poor husband. I suppose I should try it, but you know, once it's here, isn't it? That's my sort of thought process. Is once it's here, it's much harder to change it. Yeah. Ta-da!
Oh, yes.
So now I'm just gonna give your threads a periodic pull to make sure that everything's where you want it. But there we go. Look, we've now got 2 crosses. So now I'm down to my next hole. I'm going to go through the hole in the spine. Oh, come on. Oops. Not in the right place. Oh, I've missed a hole, silly woman. That's why. There we go. There we go.
This one, amber. Cadence amber.
Oh. That sounds nice.
Yeah, I think it's not too orange, not too yellow, and it kind of looks okay.
Well, it sounds very nice. So, and again,
don't hoard and collect, Michelle. Well, that's what I tried to convince my husband.
I have the awful task of putting all my eyes on the back. Oh, now that's quite a sensible thing to do, Michelle, isn't it? Because you can actually see what you've got. Now, what am I doing?
You've got the same in your moles.
What's that?
Oh my, you got the moles on the back.
On my door.
Or you moved them.
Well, they moved themselves. If I'm honest, it all fell off the door.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a bit of a catastrophe, but there we go. What are you going to do? So again, so we could have done crosses all the way along here if we'd wanted to. And equally, you could just have put a nice piece of elastic. There we go. Out again.
Catch you later, Fiona.
La 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 la. Is Fiona gone?
Yeah, that's
Oh, bye, Fiona. Bye, Fiona. Have a fantastic workshop. I wish I was there. I have a feeling it's going to be wonderful. And the last one. Now, you can, and if this was something that perhaps I was going to want to be more sturdy, you can then go back through some of your holes to make sure that everything stays where you want it to. There we go. Let me see. So there we go. Look, we've got our crosses on the spine. So it's quite a cool little binding. Oh, as long as they're getting used, I'm happy. So here is my beginning thread and here is my ending thread. So what I want to do now is I want to come and just tie it up. So I'm just I've got to be careful how I do this. What I think I'm going to do for this instance is I'm just going to take this through this middle doofaloofa binding and just tie it at the top just to be quick and easy. So just pulling it nice and tight. There you go. But ordinarily it's far better to double back on it and then you'll give it extra strength as well. But here we go. We have our pages bound into place with a nice little cross binding. We've got a little concertina pocket there, and I'm just going to do something quick with this now. Now there's a thought. No, I'm not going to do that with it. Actually, I'm going to put this needle away because I know what will happen if I don't. And I will keep thinking about what is going to happen in that little space there. Oh, thank you, Judith. Judith says your project's all right, but she really likes mine the best.
Absolutely.
Judith would never say that. Right, so we need to do something with this little bit here. And like I said, I would put a flap on here. And I also want to do a little fastening on here. So let's have a little think. Come on, Rachel. Come on, Rachel. Come up with something. You've done a concertina there. Let's just do a... Yeah, I think I'm just going to do a nice little... like a little triangle. So we'll give it a little gusset. Give it a little gusset like the other one as well. I've done about 1/4 of an inch there. So that'll fit in. And I need to just do a little piece here on the side as well. If you remember this one, when we did this one and we figured all this out, and I popped the gussets in after we folded it. So, but that's the thing. If you've got the benefit of hindsight and you've made one of these projects, then you know to put that in. But at the time, we didn't know we were going to do that. Right, so about there. And then let's give it a little gusset. Right, hang on. That should be about right, I think.
Well done.
Let's have a look. No, that's a little bit too big. Me. So it was my cardboard. It was my cardboard. When I trump, you would know it. Oh, look at that. We're down to 8 now. That's quite funny. That is quite funny. Oh, bless you, 8 people, for sticking with it. Right, so I've made my little gusset that I'm going to pop on the side now. And I'm going to trim a little bit off the top. So, right, that's going to fit in there. Yeah, that's going to fit in there quite nicely. And I'm going to cut across this pocket. And let's just take something to draw on. Let's cut this. I know. Why is it? Trumping is so funny. I love it. It is the funniest thing. Right, so I've trimmed that piece of card there, and I'm going to just add something or another on there. Yes, I'm going to cut this because I'm going to have to cut it on the doofer, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, this blooming glue every single time. Right, so oh, I accidentally grabbed an egg. Let's get a little bit of glue on here. There we go. A bit of a jaunty angle, because jaunty angles are really good for covering all kinds of shenanigans.
Don't like straight lines. That's not happening.
Oh, don't try and do straight lines.
No. Okay.
Straight lines are the devil's tools. Right.
Don't look straight anymore, does it?
Let's trim that bit. Okay.
Much better. You could see like not so much fingerprints, but it just looked, I don't know, looked like straight.
If you weren't happy, you weren't happy.
I'm happy with that. Definitely.
Oh, look at that. There's three of us. Three of us that are local to each other.
Yeah. We're all not far.
Well, I like that.
Oh, and he had the pleasure, of course, Claire, of meeting me.
Oh,
Claire's
Claire's
a bit mad.
Right, let's get that on there. And again, I've used the extra forte glue to give me a bit of oomph.
Okay. I think I'm done.
I'm nearly done. Come on now.
Done it again. Put the bottom of the tray in some paint.
Oh, don't do that now.
I did it twice though.
Don't do that.
It's got to be painted anyway. I mean, it's only half a job if we don't do the bottom.
It's true. Right, so we've got I've made a little triangle pocket there. Glue is still a little bit wet, but we'd be able to stick some tags or whatever in there. We've got the little concertina pocket here, which kind of in my head I'm thinking stick cardboard. Stick. Yeah, so I've got my little concertina pocket here, which would be nice with a little flap over. We've got our pages. And then that closes over like that. And that closes over like that. And we've got the binding. And I think probably a bit of ribbon around it is going to be a nice closure.
Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia.
Well, I think I'm complete. So I'm going to scoop off. You've done as well, Liam?
Yeah, I'm going to call it a day because all I need is a bit of ribbon to tie around it, and I'm happy.
I might put some stenciling on there. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do.
I like it then. I like it.
Just if people know that, you know, if something's a bit too short, just extend it.
Well, yeah, that's it. Add a bit of paint. Well, you did that with your tray, and I did that with my the cover on my book. I just blended the edges in that didn't fit with some paint.
Absolutely.
So look at us on theme.
I'm using anti-skitter stuff as well.
I know, it's bizarre, isn't it? That is really bizarre.
Yeah. Two completely different projects of us.
I know.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoyed your
Thank you.
company. Good
Bye bye.
luck. Bye.